Artists in the music industry often grab headlines thanks to their impressive bodies of work and magnetic personas. Rapper YNW Melly is a good example of how the focus may move to the less savory aspects of a person's life. Melly's career took a drastic turn when he was accused of murder. Despite his unique sound and appealing lyrics, this article digs into the interesting specifics of the murder prosecution against emerging rap musician YNW Melly, explaining the trial's development, controversy, and possible consequences. Recognizing YNW Melly's meteoric ascent is crucial to grasp the significance of the murder prosecution against him. Melly, whose real name is Jamell Maurice Demons and who was born in Gifford, Florida, has found success with his own combination of singing and rapping. His first mixtape, Collect Call, was a success, and he has since released several albums and singles like Murder on My Mind and Mixed Personalities, both of which include Kanye West. Melly's meteoric rise to fame served as a prelude to the horrifying criminal case that would soon consume his private life. Anthony Williams, YNW Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas Jr., YNW Juvie, were two aspiring rappers and close friends of Melly's who were shot and killed in South Florida on October 26, 2018. The deaths were a shock to the hip-hop culture, and their circumstances became the subject of much investigation and innuendo. Melly was arrested after becoming the focus of investigators' suspicions as they looked further into the case. On February 13, 2019, after an extensive investigation, police arrested YNW Melly on 2 charges of first-degree murder. The arrest caused widespread dismay and outrage in the music community. Investigators worked to piece together evidence and witness testimony to develop their case against the rapper as the investigation proceeded. YNW Melly was charged with committing a heinous crime, premeditated murder, which carries life in prison without the possibility of parole. Evidence was provided by the prosecution suggesting Melly planned the deaths to seem like a drive-by shooting. They stated that Melly was located at the location of the crime due to ballistic evidence, mobile phone data, and witness accounts. The trial proper started, and all eyes turned to the courtroom as Melly's attorneys sought to refute the prosecution's evidence. YNW Melly's legal team responded to the accusations by engaging in a deliberate struggle to refute the prosecution's evidence. They tried to make the people reject the facts by bringing up how there was no hard proof connecting Melly to the killings. Melly's attorneys claimed that the prosecution's case hinged on hearsay and the word of untrustworthy witnesses. Melly's attorneys also suggested that he had mental health issues, such as bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, to cast doubt on his guilt. They said that he may not have been able to create premeditation, an essential ingredient in the first-degree murder accusations, because of his condition. YNW Melly testified throughout his trial that he was innocent and that he had nothing to do with his friend's murders. His legal team worked relentlessly to cast reasonable doubt on the jury's minds and provide other ideas, drawing attention to any holes in the prosecution's case. Public opinion was sharply split as the murder trial of YNW Melly progressed. There was a groundswell of support from the rapper's fans who defended his innocence and cast doubt on the reliability of the prosecution's case. They said Melly was the helpless victim of a sad event over which he had no say. Melly's detractors, on the other hand, were ready to declare him guilty due to the seriousness of the allegations and the supposed premeditation involved. Melly and the justice system came under increased public scrutiny as a result of the publicity surrounding the case. YNW Melly's budding career was irrevocably altered by the murder prosecution. His imprisonment came at a bad time for his career. His distinctive sound and insightful words were connected with listeners. However, he had to put his musical pursuits on hold due to the ongoing legal processes. Melly's legal struggles diverted attention away from his music, causing concert cancellations and record release delays. The result of the trial would have far-reaching consequences for his life and profession as a musician. There was a lot of media interest and drama during the trial of YNW Melly. The prosecution called witnesses, presented evidence, and painted a picture of Melly as the plotter and murderer. The defense attempted to cast doubt on the prosecution's case via cross-examinations, expert testimony, and other ideas. The courtroom turned into a conflict where opposing legal methods met, tempers flared, and YNW Melly's future was on the line. Journalists and onlookers alike watched the trial intently, hoping to learn everything they could about the case. Several contentious issues surfaced during the trial, rocking the basis of the case. There was new evidence and witnesses that contradicted the prosecution's and defense's versions of events. Some witnesses gave contradicting testimony, casting doubt on their veracity and thus swaying the jury's verdict. New evidence like forensic analysis or surveillance film, added complexity to the proceedings and necessitated strategy adjustments on both sides. The destiny of YNW Melly would rest in the hands of the jury. In the end, they would determine whether there was enough evidence to convict him beyond a shadow of a doubt. The decision might have far-reaching consequences. Melly's music career and life would suffer greatly if he were found guilty. He faces a long jail term. It would be a watershed moment in his life, one that would force him to face the harsh realities of a lengthy prison sentence and all the difficulties it would entail. If, on the other hand, YNW Melly were found to be not guilty, he would be released from jail. This resolution would provide him the opportunity to restart his career and pick up where the trail left off. Even if he were found not guilty, the trial would have left an indelible effect on his public persona and career as an artist. The legal struggle may not be over no matter what the result is. If YNW Melly and his legal team are found guilty, they have the option of filing an appeal to contest the verdict on the grounds of trial mistakes or procedural irregularities. Legal processes may be extended by an appeal, and the case may take on additional aspects in the process. YNW Melly has no idea what the future holds for him. If he were to be found guilty, he would have to deal with the hardships of prison life, while also maybe taking use of the many resources available to inmates. If he were to be exonerated, though, he would have to start again in the music business. Melly's creative production and reception after the trial might go up or down, depending on a number of circumstances, including the verdict, the desire of industry players to back Melly's return, and Melly's own strength and fortitude. Even if there will be challenges ahead, YNW Melly is ultimately responsible for his own destiny. People's attention has been riveted on the murder trial of YNW Melly, which has shed light on the complex relationship between celebrities and the criminal justice system. It's an emotionally charged case with many tiers of evidence, competing legal theories, and divergent public perceptions. The whole globe is keeping a close eye on the trial as it progresses, wondering what the outcome will mean for YNW Melly's future. The circumstances of this trial, regardless of the conclusion, are a reminder of the difficulties encountered by those who are propelled into the public eye, as well as the fine line that must be maintained between creative freedom and individual responsibility. In the end, the YNW Melly murder trial begs broader concerns about the place of celebrity in the judicial system and the viability of second chances and the scope of rehabilitation. As the case draws to a close, this watershed event in YNW Melly's life and career will leave an indelible imprint on his legacy. That's all for today's video, guys. If you like our content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, share, and hit the notification bell to get the latest news from us. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.